show. Better late than never, I guess. We're running behind. I'm running behind. I had all kinds of tech issues this morning, but hey, we prevailed. So welcome to the show. I am live. It is the 13th of February. I guess that's where my headspace is at. It is the 13th of February at about 10 a.m. Pacific, give or take a few minutes. I want to let you know that we are over in the chat room, and you can find me by heading over to 12 Radio. That's number 1, number 2, radio.com, and clicking on the chat button, and you'll be redirected into the Facebook chat. I also want to let you know that I am doing this event via Facebook Live as well, out of the chat room, so you can watch it if you would prefer. But that's what's going on. So thank you, Britt, for being patient and helping me keep my sanity and get through a tech moment so that we could get on the air. So I am really, really glad to be here with you guys. Oh, so much going on. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and that's a day that is, I think, a mixed bag for a lot of people. So this isn't a love show today, but if you need help with love, I'm here for you. I think we should have plenty of time to do some readings out of the chat room. So if you have anything that you need some help with, you need a reading, a healing, some animal communication, whatever you need, throw it out there and I'll see if I can get to you and help you out today. So that's pretty much what's going on. I think it's a big day at my house, actually. My daughter, Matea, who's my older daughter, who's a senior this year, she is the president of FCCLA at her school. And what FCCLA is it's a club. Well, it's more of a club. It's an organization that is centered in the family and consumer sciences part of her school, which, think home ec for those of us that went to school before, graduated, before the 1990s. Mid-1990s is when that changed from home economics education from home economics to family and consumer sciences. But anyway, so FCCLA is Future Consumers and Community Leaders. And if anyone was a community leader, that is this kid, right? So she's the president this year, and she's been doing FCCLA for 3 years, and it's been extremely good for her. So this year she really wants to go to state. She went to state last year too, but she's competing at the district level today. In fact, I believe her presentation starts in about 4 minutes. So all of our love to her, and I know she's ready. She presented it to us last night and I was so impressed. So it's exciting. So we'll see what she does. So her presentation is about career exploration, and she's talking about how she, as a junior, well, really, she's wanted to be a nurse for many years, thought she'd go into nursing. And then as a junior, she took the CNA course and has been working as a CNA in an acute care facility now for the last year. And what she learned from it is that she actually doesn't really want to be a nurse. She really likes the healthcare piece, but doesn't necessarily like the nursing piece. But as a CNA, the CNAs work pretty closely with the physical therapist and the occupational therapist, and she has learned a lot from the OT and really likes occupational therapy. And so her plan, or her goal right now, she's registered to start college in the fall to go into a pre-occupational therapy program, but she wants to specialize in pediatric occupational therapy. And so it's pretty exciting. She's got big plans, and in doing all of those things, she was able to put together a really persuasive and professional presentation about what she's doing. So it's pretty cool. So I'm excited to hear how districts go today. Parents aren't allowed, or I wouldn't be here today, because I would have loved to been able to be there with her and watch her present, but that's not allowed. In fact, it's pretty much you, the judges, and your advisors. That's it. So, and maybe some people from your club, but that's it. So anyway, I'm hoping she's doing great. I have all the faith that she is. So pretty neat stuff happening. Anyway, so with all of that being said, I would really like to draw your attention over to Luminous Magazine here for just a minute. So there is a link in the chat room All you have to do is just follow that link and click on the cover, and Luminous will open for you. So I wanted to take a quick peek at that, and then we'll move on to other things. As you know, yesterday was 1-2 day, and along with 1-2 day, we did, we're able to keep our time-based sessions on sale all the way through the end of Valentine's Day tomorrow. So I do have my 15-minute and my 30-minute time-based session on sale through the end of tomorrow. So if there's anything I can do for you, this is a really great time to pick one up. So you can go find those over at 12listen.com if you want to see that. All right, so just taking a little peek in the magazine. I had talked a little about how sick of winter we're getting around here. We're a storm a minute around here. We've had nothing but storms all weekend and another one pending. And I'll tell you what, we've got a lot of snow and we've had enough. So I'm thinking spring, really thinking spring. I called the magazine this week, Patience is a Warrior. I feel like a lot of us are feeling, I've been hearing this from a lot of my clients, that they're feeling like something is about to give, something's happening, something's moving in them or in their life, and it's just not quite there yet. It's like February is the holding and the building period, and then the floodgates break open in March. It's not impending doom. Don't take it that way, please. I feel like changes that we've asked for are coming. I feel like things that we are tired of living through are shifting. There's big things happening. But I was looking at quotes about patience, and the one thing I came up with from a few different people was that patience is a warrior. And I thought, you know, that's a pretty cool way to put patience. And the more I thought about it, I thought, isn't it though? Because patience is steadfast. Patience is tough. Patience knows how to wait until the time is right. And patience makes us constantly have to stop, slow down, reflect. That's not an easy thing to do. Patience really is a warrior on our side that we constantly fight as well. My memoir this week is a blog post that I wrote a couple of years ago, and it did make me laugh because this is more of a summer piece. But I'm dreaming about my garden, guys. It's called A Zucchini Kind of Love. I'll let you read it, but I just was making some comparisons between growing zucchini and growing a relationship and how very similar they actually are. All right, my February reading special is called Face-to-Face and Heart-to-Heart Video Mentoring. It is an email-based service over at 12listen.com. I'm going to share the link to you. You know, years ago when I worked in childcare, when I was ready to close my daycare, the state didn't want to let go of me quite yet. They kind of liked me, I guess. And so they hired me to be a mentor for other childcare facilities, for people who, mostly for directors to accomplish some goals, but also for their staff sometimes. And so I would travel to these centers once a week. And in the process of doing so, they put me through a year of mentoring training, which is really awesome because whatever you're training to be a mentor for is very applicable, you know, whether it was for childcare or it's for psychic work or it's for accomplishing a goal or getting a job or writing a book or, you know, mentoring is mentoring with a little different slant, you know. And so I have felt, I used to do this a lot more, but I felt for a while now like I'd really like to go back to that and helping you guys to accomplish your goals. Maybe they're spiritual, metaphysical, maybe they're not, but this is something I have to offer you. And obviously there's always some tools in play, right? Some metaphysical tools in play, but there's definitely a piece here about being able to bring this to the table that I'm excited about. So if you purchase this, it's an email reading, like I said, kind of. So you purchase the email reading, and I'm going to send you over a form to fill out so that we can really get clear together on what your goals are, what your plans are, what it is you're working on. And then we'll schedule a face-to-face video call through Zoom so that we can interface. Mentoring there has to be back and forth, right? And so that's how it's going to look. And then I'll send you off with a few suggestions and marching orders and mini goals that we've set together. And then you're going to want to decide. We'll have to decide, how often do you want to meet? And then we'll go from there on that. And sometimes we can just talk on the phone through like a time-based service. Sometimes we'll want to do another package like this, and or a piece like this, and do a video reading. It's going to be up to you to help steer the ship. It is your goal after all, but that's how it looks. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited to bring that to you. A quote that I love about mentoring: a mentor is someone who sees more talent and ability within you than you see in yourself and helps bring it out of you. That's a mentor's job. So if you need a mentor for whatever it is you're working on, if I fit the bill, I'd love to help you out. Excited about that work. Alrighty, our crystal guidance for the week. It comes from Christy, of course, and this is red jasper with hematite. Red jasper with hematite slows down overthinking and encourages patience. Yeah, that's not a bad thing, right? Alrighty, so, and it's really cool too. It's a stone, but it's got metallic veins through it in the hematite. It's a find, really. Now, she also brings to us a card from her Kindred Spirits Energy Oracle deck. This week is the Pause card. Just pause for a moment. Let me tell you what the card says. The primary message is slow down, stop and think. Get more information, wait, and be sure. The challenge is if you might find yourself moving too fast, acting without thinking, being impulsive, lacking all of the information. The crystal is red jasper with hematite. And the meditation is, I pause to reflect, making sure that I have all of the information before I act. Very good. Sometimes we all need to put ourselves on a pause, don't we? Yeah, I know I do. All right. Our article from Kai this week, from Kai's Kaleidoscope, is about friendship. And I just loved it. Kai is always so wise, and I really like this. She said, key words to understand when becoming a good friend: dependable, empathic, fun-loving, a good listener, honest, loyal, non-judgmental, self-confident, sense of humor, supportive in good and bad times, trusting, and trustworthy. I thought that was perfect. The best list. So make sure that you read Kai's article. I loved what she had to say. Okay, the tip of the week is my love potion number 1. Who needs number 9, right? We want the number 1. This is a bath oil. And this time of year, if you live in an Arctic tundra, such as myself, you're getting dry skin. So I love the bath oils because they help. So you combine 8 ounces of sweet almond oil, 5 drops of grapefruit oil, 8 drops of ylang ylang, and 10 drops of sandalwood. And then store that in a sealed container, glass container, a jar or a bottle of some sort. And then put a couple of tablespoons in your hot bath. And that's our love potion number 1. Now, one kind of fun thing is I finally went ahead and partnered with Jade Bloom for essential oils. Now, let's be clear, they are not an MLM, nothing like that. But, I do recommend their stuff all the time. And so I finally affiliated with them. I thought maybe that would be a smart thing for me to do. I really believe in them. So I'm going to throw up the link here. But now, when I put a tip of the week up, I can share with you a little shopping list of oils in a little affiliate store I have with them, so that you know what to buy. You don't have to buy them there. Please don't feel any pressure there. But I like that because I can show you what the heck it is I'm talking about. So anyway, you can click on that and check it out. But that is all of the oils that you would need for love potion number 1. So if you want to make it, there you go. There's 2 different kinds of sandalwood to choose from. There is a very expensive sandalwood, and then there is a not very expensive sandalwood. I have them both. One of them, the more expensive one, is a lot thicker, and it has a little bit more sweet smell. The less expensive one is a lot thinner in consistency. You can definitely catch the sandalwood smell, but it's a little bit more astringent. But I like them both, actually. I use them both. So you can decide, but I thought that might be a fun way. I'm always talking about oils, and you guys are always asking me, where to get them or what that looks like. So now I can really share it with you. Kind of fun. Okay. Brittany's Divinity, talking about relationship fallacies. There's a lot of them, aren't there? I appreciated her article. There's some reality there for us. Alrighty. Our weekly cosmic strip from Elizabeth Lindsay. I really loved this. It is a picture, you'll see it here, but it's a picture, you know, of the heroine of this story, which looks a whole lot like Elizabeth. And she's got her arms out. She's got her boundaries set. It says, "This domain is precious to me. Boundaries are healthy. It is a gift to be invited in." And I thought that was perfect. Perfect. Especially right now. I think a lot of people are not interested in having anybody in their bubbles. I've talked to a lot of people who are really not interested in dating right now, they just don't want anybody in their space. That's okay. You don't have to let anybody in that you don't want in. Except for when you're in the line at the grocery store, because people just don't respect that boundary very well. I don't know. Dr. Elisa says, "Let go of your timeline and relax into the rhythm around you." I had to write her and thank her for this article because it applied directly to me. I am in a constant fight with the clock. And I know you guys can hear that and resonate with that too, but my gosh, when will I stop? I'm trying. I am, but yeah, time gets away from me. I will admit it. I liked what she said, though. I appreciated it. The Magic Monday message from Melissa Caprio is all about love. Beautiful postcard depicting love. And then, of course, we have Archangel Jophiel this week coming from Anita and the Masters. So Jophiel is the angel of beauty. I met some people once with the most adorable baby, and they told me her name was Jophiel. And I said, "Oh, like the archangel." And they said, "She named herself." We had another name planned, and we kept having dreams, both of us, about having this baby that we named Jophiel. So we had to name her Archangel Jophiel. And I thought that was, or not Archangel. Oh, goodness. Now that would be a little strange. But they did name her Jophiel. And I guess it would be fine if that's your jam. But anyhow, most darling little precious baby girl, all, you know, done up in adorable baby clothes, and definitely the angel of beauty. What a sweet name, huh? Alrighty, well, that is Luminous this week. I hope you have a chance to read the articles and benefit from them. I definitely want to send it to you. If you want to join my email list, just head over to katie-weaver.com. That's the way to do it, and you'll see my list there. And right there on the right-hand side where it's, or left-hand side where it says subscribe, you just subscribe right there. And then when it publishes each week, I will send it to you first. So that's how that works. But you can always also find it posted on Facebook every week too. So lots of ways to connect there. Okay, I'm going to jump back into the chat room here for just a minute. Lots of good stuff coming here. All right, I'm seeing your questions, and I will definitely do the best I can here to get to you. So very good. All right, let's go ahead and let's do our reading for the week. I've already pulled the cards. So this is from my deck, from the Ground Blessed Protected Move deck. And so we're going to look at 5 different things you need to know about spiritual care this week. So the ground card this week is water. Ground with water. I love this. Maybe it's because I'm a Cancer and I'm a little water baby that way, but I think grounding with water is really smart and it's easy. One of the easiest tips I ever have for you is when you're at work and you are ungrounded and you can't take any more and you're feeling overwhelmed, or you're feeling some anxiety, or you're ready to kick the next person that gets too close to you because your bubble has gotten all out of whack and you can't take the prickliness of anyone being near you. Take your grumpy self into the bathroom, turn on the water, and run cold water over your hands for about 60 seconds. That will shock you back into your body. It grounds you just in a flash. The water's doing its job. The cold water is doing its job. And the energetic piece is that while you run water over your hands, Allow everybody's energy, everything else that you're carrying that has got you all wigged out, to run down the drain. It works really fast. But you know what else does? A sea salt bath. So does sitting next to a body of water. So does drinking water. So the next time you feel like you just need to take a minute to breathe, to ground yourself, look to water in some way. The blessed card this week is the earth. And if you are in the live stream, you'll see it. But the picture on this card is hands holding the earth. And that's exactly how I do this meditation. Sit in meditation. Just imagine yourself holding the earth in the palm of your hands, filling it up with love, filling it up with light, and holding any other intentions for the earth that you would like to. Maybe this is for Mother Earth. Maybe it's for the people, the animals, the water, the everything, whatever. You decide what you're tugged to do, what your heart's telling you is the right thing. But bless the earth this week. Don't forget her in your manifestations and meditations. Yes. Okay. The protect card is the cloak. This is a good one, I think, this week because, like I said, a lot of people, especially all my empaths out there, are feeling pretty prickly. So before you go into places that make you crawl, make your skin crawl, make you want to escape, you know, for some people, this is public stores. For some people, this might be work. For some people, it might be going somewhere else that isn't always comfortable for you, that maybe you can't escape. Wrap yourself up. Just envision yourself wrapping yourself in a cloak of invisibility, completely shielding you from the energy of other people. It works. It helps. It's useful to do. And you're a bit invisible to the world. You can just get in, get out, do your thing. I really love this visualization, and it does help. All right, the move card is Tai Chi. Now, maybe you don't do Tai Chi. If you don't, I'm going to tell you something. It's a really great way to work with energy. And you can find really basic Tai Chi trainings to just do a few basic moves on YouTube, which is really smart. But, and Christy and I trained to be Qigong, which is an arm of Tai Chi, teachers several years ago. And I do practice some Qigong just about every day. I usually do it in the pool, actually, at our gym. But anyway, but you don't have to do Tai Chi. You don't have to do Qigong. All you have to do is move your body in some way that's comfortable. That's it. Move your body. When you move your body, it gives you a boost because it releases anything that you've got stuck there, and energetic stuff, and it just helps to boost up those happy hormones in your brain. So maybe this is just to walk around the block. Maybe you're just going to wander around your yard for a minute. Maybe you'll just go walk through the grocery store and call it a day, right? That's fine. No judgment here. I'm not telling you to go run a 5K or go hurt yourself, but move yourself in some way. But if you're interested in learning something that does help to build up the energy around you, consider Tai Chi or Qigong. Very interesting. And anybody at any kind of fitness level and health level can do some of that. It's pretty neat. All right. And then the boost card is just write. That's right. It's time to write. Journal, blog, or notebook. You can't make the wrong choice when you are spilling your guts. Use this as an opportunity to release anything you need to release. So what is it for you? Do you need to journal a little bit? Do you need to write a letter? Do you need to put up a Facebook post? Do you need to blog? Do you need to just write something that you just throw away? What do you need to get out of you? Do you need to write some of your memoirs? Are you tired of me saying that yet? I hope not, because I'm going to keep saying it. It's important. Write your memoirs. Yes. Okay. A little coffee for me. Alrighty. So that's the Ground Blessed Protected Move reading this week. Alrighty. I would like to ask you guys one question as we're going along today, and that question is this. What are you doing for yourself this week? Valentine's Day is weird. I agree. Some of you love it, some of you hate it, some of you are indifferent to it. What are you doing for you? If you haven't made a plan, regardless of whether or not you have a significant other, let's just use it as an opportunity to love yourself, to do something for you. So think about it a little bit while we're talking here. What is it? I ordered myself a set of hand creams that I really loved. And now I'm just a hand cream fool. I've just been putting them on right and left. Probably go through all of it in no time, but that's okay. I can always get more. But it's a little thing, right? But I like it, and I love the way it smells. And every time I put one of them on, there's little metal tubes with all the different scents, you know. But every time I put them on, I smell them, and it makes me feel good. And that's the thing I did for me. I don't know what someone else will do for me. I don't know if someone will do something else for me. I don't care, really. But I do think that doing something for you is important. So just think about it. You can share it with me if you want to, but you sure don't have to. But let's make sure that in this time of quote unquote love, that there's some big self-love happening. Not because you have to. Not because of worthiness or any other silly thing, but only because they actually, Lynn, they came from Amazon. Nothing very exciting. But I love Amazon. I shop on Amazon a ton. Yeah, that's all. At any rate, not because you have to do something for yourself to be lovable. Not because you aren't going to be loved and can't be loved exactly who you are and where you are right now. But because it's fun to do, and because it's nice to be able to say, I bought this for me for Valentine's Day because I love me and I deserved it and I wanted it, and that's enough. Especially for those of you that struggle to spend money on yourselves, because I know that some of you do. Let's just do something fun. Maybe you just order a meal at a restaurant you love and bring it home and eat it. Scott and I are more prone to doing that than we are sitting in a restaurant, believe it or not, but I'd rather be home. I know, that probably isn't a surprise in this little Cancerian heart of mine, but maybe it's just a coffee. Maybe you get a massage. Maybe you buy a new outfit. Maybe it's something so totally different I can't even put my finger on it. Maybe you go to the driving range, or maybe you go buy a gun. I don't know. You do the thing that's right for you. Don't let me tell you what that thing is. You know. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do a little bit of singing bowl work today, and then we'll get into some readings here in the chat. So this is the sacral bowl. Talked to a lot of people lately who just want to amp up their joy quotient, but also really feel a need to work a little bit on creativity. That have creativity, they have projects they want to do. They have projects that are trying to come out of them, that they're trying to work through, that maybe aren't fully forming. So I thought we'd do some sacral bowl work today. So we'll play the bowl twice. The first time I play it, I would like you to hold the intention that we're allowing the vibration of the singing bowl to absorb and transmute any energy in your sacral that could be holding you back. Anything you don't need anymore, anything that's quote unquote stuck, any energy that's sitting around in there that's not contributing to your highest and best good. So we'll do that first. So go ahead and close your eyes and get centered here with me. And that's the space we're holding. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So now, switching gears, I'm going to go back to the bowl. This time I would like you to hold the intention that the frequency of the singing bowl opens up one at a time. Your center of joy first, creativity second, and sexuality third. So you can watch them just light up one after another, empowering you and shifting you into a perfect frequency of creativity, of joy and feeling joy, emoting joy, giving joy, and of course, of healthy sexuality. Everybody needs that. All right, so we're going to watch them light up one by one. Let's hold that space. Okay, perfect. Alrighty, there we go. So, perfectly balanced sacral. Good job, guys. That felt really good to everyone. I hope it felt good to me. Okay, Deb says, this week I booked a room at a quaint hotel near my job to avoid driving through a snowstorm. I was able to work both days and enjoy much safer driving. That's how I do adult snow days. This was my second annual St. James Hotel snow stay. Total pleasure. I love that you did that, Deb. What a fun change of pace. What a cool thing to do for yourself. What a brilliant thing to do to keep yourself safe, because my God, it's been bad out there. So good for you. And what a beautiful thing to do for yourself. I'm glad that you had a wonderful time. That's awesome. Okay. Taking a peek here at the chat. All righty. Sorry, guys. Moving slow. Okay, Ali Shaya said, I have not spoken to my sister on over 3 years. She's coming for the weekend because her MO is to look for me when she's in trouble. Almost 15 years older and practically raised her. Could you please look at and see how to best remain drama-free all around? Any insight would be so appreciated. Okay, let's take a look at this. And you're right. She is in trouble. I do feel like she's actually going to come into your world this time a little bit less like a wrecking ball. She is very tired of struggling. And with a little bit more gratitude and faith in you, and just some sentimentality for what you guys have been through. Yeah. Over the years. So, but we do want to look at how do we remain drama-free all around. One thing I'm hearing is that you just set really good boundaries with her from the get-go. That you really are very clear with her about the fact that this is how I keep my space. I'm not going to have drama in here. I'm not going to have blow-ups. It's just not who I am. It's not what I'm about, and it's not what I will allow in my home. So I do want you here, but I need us to be in a better place with that because I can't have it. And I actually feel like she'll hear it. She is tired. Everything I feel about her right now is that she is so tired of struggling and tired of making bad decisions and having trouble in her life. Boy, you guys are so different. But I'm going to hold space for you that this is a good visit and that you guys can actually get to know each other better and enjoy each other a little more. Erica wondered if we could get a prayer or a good thought for everyone who travels for work through these storms. And I thought that that was a great idea, Erica. So will you guys all just join me here for a minute in really sending all of our safety and protection out there to everyone that's traveling? That whether it is public transit, whether we're relying on a bus driver or ourselves or our carpool or other people on the road to be safe, that we can all work together for safety, that we can all work together to keep everybody safe and okay during times like this. Thank you, Erica. That's a great idea. Okay. Tara says she feels that way as well, that everything seems to be shifting. Yeah, we're in an interesting place that way. Okay, Erin, I'm so excited to hear this. So last week on the show, it was an animal communication week, and we worked on Erin's dog, Hachi, who was really struggling with being in the house. So here's what she said. She said, I wanted to give you an update on Hachi. He has improved greatly since you intervened. He didn't go once in the house all last week, which was amazing because he was going at least twice a day. Only 2 times since last week that he peed in the house. Just this morning before your show, I found a spot, although I can't say if it was him or his sister. So do I still punish him by putting him in the cage if I'm not sure what to do? I did order belly bands as well. Erin, I'm so excited about that. I wouldn't on that one, I don't think, because you didn't actually catch him in the act. And as we know, his attention span towards what's going on in his head doesn't last very long. I kind of wanted to reach out and check in with him, and then my spirit actually told me no, that it's too soon, and we know that actually an intervention from me today might actually confuse the hell out of him, and he's doing well, so I'm going to stand back. And we may still want to check in like maybe, in a week or 2, but I'm very, very excited to hear that. And I'm really excited to see that things are going well. So yay, Hachi. We knew we could do it. Poor kid. He's a good dog and he's trying to do well. Lynn says her boss just walked in, but oh my goodness, did I love that bowl. I always feel it. Oh, Lynn, I'm so glad. I love the bowls too. They're pretty amazing. Last week, a friend of mine, a local friend, had messaged me and said, hey, my friend wants a singing bowl for her birthday. Can you give me any pointers? Do you know much about singing bowls? And I went, oh my heart. Do I know about singing bowls? So anyway, 30 minutes later, she was an expert in buying a singing bowl. She probably got way more information than she needed or wanted. But yeah, I'm passionate about singing bowls, aren't I? Probably a little too much sometimes, but that's okay. We'll roll with that. All right. Catherine said, would love a reading today if time allows. Thank you as ever. Catherine, let's peek in. I don't like what I'm feeling in your chest. 2 things. I'm wondering if you've actually been sick. I feel like maybe you've had some coughing going on, so definitely we want to just do a little blessing and healing there. But I also feel some anxiety here. I feel like you have other people in your family that have been struggling. Particularly a male, I believe, that has needed, that you've worried about and has needed some extra support. I don't even know that you've given him direct support other than you've been thinking about him. But this could actually pertain to a neighbor too, but somebody who's like family to you or one of their children. But I feel like there's been some struggling here, but I feel some grief in your heart chakra. So I'm going to do a little clearing on that. And I don't think it's actually related to what I just mentioned. I feel like you just have some grief sitting here, kind of under the surface always. So and this is just at the surface and ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and clear it. They're telling me it's grief and regret. And it's most of it's pretty old. But regret over the way you handled certain friendships or relationships in your life that maybe you couldn't fix. So just doing a clearing there for you. And then wanted to show you that I feel like in the next week, you're going to see your energy really come up high and raise up in a way that you haven't felt in a little while. So that I think is really exciting. I feel like you have a good opportunity here to kind of get through a little bit of a moment where we had to peel back some layers, but then move up to a place where you're feeling pretty great. So very glad to hear it. Chris said she's been in a cloak sitting at the DMV office for hours. Oh, that's the worst. I always hear this from you guys, that you, at your DMVs, that it's an all-day event. And I know you'll hate hearing this, but I walk into mine. There's practically never a wait. If I've ever waited there, it's been maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah, I know. Perks of living small town, right? There's lots of downsides, but that's a perk. The DMV is awesome. And the people that work there I've known for a million years, and they're nice. Actually, something hilarious happened to me at the DMV not too long ago. I was getting a new driver's license, and the lady that was helping me is a friend of mine that I've known forever, a really funny lady. And her boss is actually a friend of mine. So we were standing around visiting and, trying to do the driver's license. But for some reason, every time she took my picture, it wasn't applying in her computer program to my face wasn't applying to the driver's license. And she ended up on the phone with tech support for like 45 minutes while we tried to fix this problem. And, it was fine. It's just what it was. Well, anyway, she finally got it done and ordered the driver's license. And it came like a week later. And I almost died when I pulled it out of the packaging because it had her face on it, not mine. And so somehow when she was taking pictures of me, her computer was actually webcamming and taking a picture of her face. Anyhow, we had a huge laugh over that. I told her I didn't know they were making fake IDs at the DMV, but if they are, I know some teenagers that would like some. So, anyhow, she fixed it. I do have a driver's license with my own mug on it now, but that was pretty interesting. Okay, let's see. Julia says, I'm a bit late to the conversation. Can you sense where the buzz in my apartment is coming from? It feels and it sounds electrical, Julia, doesn't it? I mean, that's how I feel when I'm tuning into it. Is that it's either coming from a light or some other electrical place, but it feels electrical to me. The way it moves through my body, that buzz. You just might want to have your landlord take a peek at that if you have one. Have somebody take a look at it and see what, if they can pick up on what's going on there. I really wonder if you have a light that's going bad, if that's what it is. But yeah, that's a unsettling noise for sure. Jacqueline says, a friend wants to move in with me. I feel good about it. Will you check in and give me any indications? I like it, Jacqueline. I do. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this person. I can see some real cooperation in the kitchen and just laughing and great camaraderie. I also feel like they are pretty good at giving you your space, and you're really good at getting your own and having good boundaries. I don't see this as a disaster. I feel like this is going to be fun and welcome company. Yeah. Doesn't always turn out that way, does it? But this is going to be okay. Okay. Oh, Laura said they're having huge rainstorms and flooding in Cali. Yeah. Yikes. And Kai said, at the DMV, bring your lunch and a snack. That sucks, you guys. What the hell? Can't you do most of it online? Hopefully you can start doing some of it online. That's crazy. Anyway, not to brag or anything, but I don't have to do that. But I live in a town with no culture. So, there's trade-offs. There's always trade-offs. Oh, gosh. Well, we're just about done here, but I just want to remind you guys that I'll be back here tomorrow with the Psychic Sisters. I also want to remind you that we're having a little bit of fun over at 1-2 Listen, because we do have these, just one break between 1-2 day and Valentine's Day. So I'm really excited about the prospect of being able to keep my TBSs up, my sales up for 2 days. So I am going to post them here in the chat room for you guys. If it's something that would help you, or something that works for you, that is something you might want to take advantage of. I want to let you know that I will certainly be over at 1-2 Listen for the rest of the day, and really for the rest of the week. So if you guys need anything, you can reach out to me there. And I want you to know that you can sign up for my daily reading. I'm having so much fun with these. They're coming across. I just really like them. And my list has climbed a lot. I'm sending them out to hundreds of people now, and it's fun. But you just go over to my website and at katie-weaver.com, and right under the video there's a spot where you can subscribe to it. And then I just send you one email every day, and it's just fun. So you get every morning, comes out early so that you can take a peek, and it's a read of the day and any other wisdom that comes through about things that you might need to know. So if you haven't signed up for that already and would like to receive it, that's how you do it. And then if you are on that list, I will also once a week send you Luminous Magazine. So that's an extra little perk. So anyway, guys, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you guys. I'm glad to be able to spend some time with you today. I'm glad technology, that we prevailed. Brittany, thank you for producing as always. Guys, please stay tuned. There's lots more great radio to come. You're listening to The Katie Weaver Show on 1-2 Radio, where we're changing the way you listen to the world.